Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, BBWs and BBMs. It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm Alex Dragovich with Geoffrey Osmus. Goof.
Is that big, beautiful women or big black women? Which one is it? Or is it
Oh,
both?
I think beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, not
You're a porn guy.
Everyone's
not me.
beautiful, but
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
right. That is true.
everyone's beautiful. And
Even these two big moles on my face,
Yeah.
beautiful. Would never have them removed, though.
Yeah.
Everyone on TikTok tells me to remove them.
why don't they have BBM, like, as in like Michael on
BBM?
as in because it's
Big Black Michael?
why,
Yeah,
why-
you know my friend BBM.
Why
Big
doesn't
Black
Why
Michael.
doesn't he get any shine on the porn sites? No, but it's like a big beautiful man. Why don't they do that?
Because porn is very anti-women. That's why.
Huh?
Porn. That's
Yeah, but
why
why
they
wouldn't
have
it be?
BBW.
They have
don't
BBW.
You probably just aren't on gay porn. Also, there might be BBMs.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fonz,
yeah.
have you ever seen BBM? We got Fonz back in the studio. today,
Fonz
folks.
back in the studio.
Not very familiar with BBMs.
Yeah,
though, unfortunately.
I've never heard of a
'Cause
BBM.
they got BBC, Big Black Cock.
There hasn't really been a movement.
Why don't they have Big Beautiful Cock?
There hasn't really been a movement
always
for
black?
beautiful.
Are the only
Black is
Are the only
beautiful.
Black
are-
is beautiful.
Are the only
Thank you.
big cocks black cocks?
That's something we'll have to do a little further research on, everyone.
Why?
Send us a picture of your cock and we'll do a little
Actually,
survey.
yeah, white cocks matter, folks.
White cocks. I've seen
Can
some
we say
big white
that?
cocks and some little black cocks. It's all. They actually did a study. The largest penises are in Colombia. They have that country has the largest penises of any country.
Really?
Yep.
I doubt it.
Hispanic has the slightly larger penis. It goes Hispanic, then black, then white, then I believe
Yeah,
Asian, unfortunately.
can we get a
Can you
graph
look
here?
this up again? I'm fairly certain that's what it was about a year or two ago. I
Biggest
remember.
penis.
Biggest
Yeah, we're
penis
really
by
off to a
country.
hot start.
Yes, country with the biggest penis. Okay, I was wrong. Ecuador, not Colombia.
6.9.
Not Colombia. Ecuador, Cameroon, Bolivia, Sudan, Haiti, Senegal, Gambia, Cuba, Netherlands, Zambia. Okay. 3
Whoa.
Hispanic, 5 black countries, and 1 white. Netherlands showing up in the top 10. We like to see that.
So Hispanic bros they're what, like 5'7" on average?
I mean, it says the percentage of their height, the Ecuadorian penis is 10.5% of their height. I mean,
Holy
the
shit.
Ecuadorian men are packing it. That's crazy. Wow.
How are they so fast?
Ecuador is not fast.
Well, they're good at soccer, right?
They're okay at soccer. Yeah, they're not.
I bet those guys got average penises then.
Okay, yeah, the athletes, yeah, because you don't want to be weighed down.
You don't want to
That
be
thing
weighed down.
bouncing around, it's
No.
not going to work with the center of gravity.
Patrick
and all
Ewing used to have to tape his penis to his leg.
because it would flop around too much.
Yeah, like it was like he had to like have athletic tape to it.
Oh, I love that, and that's why he never won a championship, and that's
Yeah.
why he never really.
Too big of a BBC.
Kind of an overrated basketball player, if we're being
It's
real.
not big, beautiful cock. There's no such thing as big, beautiful cock. Are cocks not beautiful?
No, they're not. They're cool.
They
They're
are
very
cool.
useful.
BCC,
They're great. They're
big,
weapons
cool
of
cock.
love, but they're not cool. They're
Big,
not cool.
cool.
Big cool
Honestly,
cocks.
if a girl went down on me and she's like, "This is a cool cock," I would be so pumped. I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Okay,
Oh yeah.
hell yeah, it's cool."
I've been doing a skincare routine on my penis and balls recently. Yeah.
How do you
It's
do
gonna
that?
Be shining.
Have you really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No. We still have that ball cream from Manscaped. I use it every once in a while.
On the
Remember we got this post shave. When after you shave your balls, you
Yes.
put that on. I use that every once a month probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels great.
And what does it do to your balls?
It just moisturizes them and makes them shine in the wind.
I remember
Yeah,
somebody
it's
telling me in
good.
high school or college that like the best blowjob you can get is like when a girl's like chewing gum, or right after she chews gum. Do you remember ever hearing that?
I don't think that's
It's-
true.
it's like
I wasn't a guy who had so many blowjobs in college where I was like, could you put some gum in, babe?
Yeah,
I kind of had to take what I could get.
it's like the tingle or whatever. It's supposed
from
to-
gum.
Yeah, because the gum like tingles your mouth. It like makes your mouth all fresh. It's
Okay.
a fresh mouth on your dick.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe some of that numbing cream. That would be good. Just a little bit of that. Then it'll last longer.
Just to last a little
Just
longer.
like that Curb episode I watched last night where Larry puts the condom on inside out and then Cheryl's vagina is numb for a week.
Oh.
So like that'd be good if I had that on my penis during a blowjob. That could be nice.
Yeah, if a girl goes down, does it like with yours?
She'd have to have a little bit of the poisonous substance in her mouth, but
I was gonna say
women can suffer too.
With your speeds, like it's either like if you last a while, it's like 10 seconds. So and not that long is like 5 seconds. So
For
a girl,
blowjobs, I last a minute or two. Okay, let's set the record straight, folks. I don't want this slander on my record.
Okay.
I'm not the same thing when teeth are involved.
oh,
I prefer a bad blowjob because then I'm more likely to last longer.
yeah.
Not that Bobby Knight would ever do that. It's bing, bang, boom, babe every time. Every time. Nothing but the best for your boy.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, Drago's watched.
I've seen it.
You would watch, you sick pig.
The features gotta watch.
Fonz,
guys.
I think Fonz was gone. Drago watched hentai porn. Yeah. Oh, and there was a video of.
Why am I getting shamed?
It was you've been shaming me about humping a pillow for 190 episodes. Shut the fuck up. Oh, finally I find a flaw in your sex armor and I can't go in.
I did. I got off to one cartoon.
What cartoon was it? Anything specific?
Actually, this is great. Tell
yeah,
him.
it was.
Tell him. No, this is probably even worse.
I forget. It was like they were athletes.
He
or
said
like
they
that.
were. It was like high school swimmers, I believe he said.
I don't know if it was high
and
school.
there was a peek
I
hole
don't know
in
if
the
it was
locker room.
Okay, we don't
peeping
know
Tom
what
one.
the age was.
Someone finally drew your dream from high school and college basketball, peeping into the women's locker room. They drew the Japanese read his mind, folks.
High school swimmers, I remember being hot. College swimmers, their bodies were intense. Those girls,
They are in very good shape, whether you're into that or not.
those girls
yeah.
have like the V shape, like their was it torso is like a perfect triangle.
They could wreck you, is what it is. Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hate
Gymnasts
it.
too. Gymnasts' bodies are weird because they have to look like little children to win. That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
It's such a gymnasts are freaky looking. Like they're like she's 29 and 4'6".
Yeah.
Because they stunted her growth.
Yeah, I wonder what it is about that makes them stunt their growth.
There is a reason I can't
Are
remember
they
what
like
it was.
squatting when they're
It
11?
benefits them. You're better at gymnast. They weed out the big ones. It's easier to be a gymnast if you're short and don't weigh a lot. You can fly through the air. It's easier to hold yourself up.
That's a good point.
It's just natural selection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're always like what 5'1". What's Simone Biles' height?
If 5'1", yeah, that would be a tall. I feel like 5'3". Yeah, how tall is Simone Biles? But I bet she's not over 5'2".
Oh.
What is she? Let me see.
26.
She is 4'8". Yeah, and
my God.
They're all mostly her height. I bet none of them are over 5'2" or 3" who win a gold medal.
What sport do you think you would have been best at that you never gave a shot at?
Oh, well, I gave a shot at a lot of sports, and none of them really hit. Basketball, I was a terrible passer, turned over way too much. Decent shot.
How is it? That's your recollection of your basketball.
Is that if I
couldn't pass.
If I got the ball and didn't immediately shoot, it was going to be a turnover. I would make the wrong decision every single time.
Would you get nervous under pressure?
I would get nervous, yeah, and I just passed to a guy. I got intercepted every time I passed it. But I had a decent shot. I wasn't a terrible jump shot, but I could not pass to save my life.
Wow.
If I drove, I would lose the ball every time.
Yeah.
I was good at defense, though. I was always good at defense.
You never worked on your handle, huh?
No, I wasn't good. I think I would have been pretty good. I think cricket could have done something for me. It's kind of a slow, beautiful, royal game. I think I could have done well.
Royal.
It's just an English. I'm just saying English royal. Yeah.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
I don't know.
Or tennis. I actually could have been good at tennis.
I never gave.
I could have been good at tennis.
I never gave baseball a real chance, but I think because of my height, like I think it's good when you're tall for like to be like a pitcher. I think it would be
for pitching. Yeah.
I think it would be so cool, dude. Because I've been watching the World Series at the crib, and it's really intense, dude. Like baseball sick.
Playoffs are awesome. The whole season I could do without.
Of course,
but it's way too long. But the playoffs are very intense.
The baseball season's for day drinking.
Who's winning right now? Is it the Rangers? Well, the Rangers, fuck you. They ruined my ticket sales in Dallas, so I'm rooting for the other
I thought
squad.
all those sold out, dude.
They were about 80% full. Would have been sold out if not for the Rangers.
What about the first 4 shows?
3 of the 5 shows were sold out. 2 were not. We would have
Yeah,
had 5
you were-
sellouts if not
You
for
were
the
cooking
Ranger.
in Dallas, I thought.
Yeah, I love Dallas, but we could have made more money if not for the Who are they playing?
Guys,
They're
I could have gotten
Diamondbacks.
I could have
Go
gotten barbecue
Diamondbacks.
twice, but
Yeah, tell the people what I bought you in Dallas, Drago. Tell the people where we went. Tell them a little about the meal. Give them a little day in the life of a pampered feature of mine.
did Jeff buy it? Well,
Did
okay.
I buy him a hotel room the first night?
Yes,
Yes,
he
I
did.
did. And
We
the
went
next
to-
2 nights I paid for half of it.
We went to Terry Black's barbecue.
A noted Austin establishment that is now in Dallas, I guess. I'd been there before. It's great.
It was really, really good. Jeff was adamant about buying this meal. We get the stuff. I get a couple extra sides and dessert because, hey, I'm pretty
Some would
fucking
say
good
he
at
ordered a
featuring.
little too much. He ordered a $40 meal, folks.
When you're-
but, you know,
When you're an elite feature, this is
he
what
got
what
a
it
pound
takes.
of brisket, a half pound of sausage, what was your side?
Mac and cheese,
Mac
slaw.
and cheese, and a pecan pie, and coleslaw.
Yeah, because
So I could have done without 2 sides.
'cause
I
I'm-
think you get 1.
it's. I mean, this is,
Slaw and the mac and cheese and the pecan pie.
you got to feed the beast.
That's a lot.
You got to feed the
He
beast.
got more food than I got. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I only
it
got
checks
1
out.
side because I'm not a fucking glutton.
You're 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 6 foot by the grace of God.
I don't know if
and
you're one of those guys.
I am actually 6 foot. Yeah.
You're a hundo
I'm
P?
exactly 6 feet tall. Yes, exactly.
Are you sure?
And I act like I'm 5'8", folks, and that's good.
What's the riff that you?
I had a line
have
I
on
say when
there?
Alex goes on stage. He's like, imagine being 6'6" and you can't get laid. Women are like, yeah, he's 6'6", but without therapy, he's 5'7".
Yeah, I might have to steal that.
People like
folks.
that. They liked that.
That's a really, really
So
good
what
one.
happened with the meal, Alex? You enjoyed
We walk
it.
up, we pick out all our food, and the lady like somehow rings us up for half the price.
Yeah, this hapless cashier made a $40 to $45 error, and so
snafu.
I did not have to pay, and I didn't say anything. I think she thought we were separate and didn't realize it was together, and then just let you walk away.
The streak is still
The
alive.
in my heart of hearts, I paid for it though.
By technical error, Jeff still has not paid for a meal.
That is
folks.
true. That was a $45 meal. Thank God. You would have had to turn in a heater that night.
Right, would
You
have had to really
do
bring it.
Oh yeah, Coach, should we bring up when you lost it on a woman and made her cry?
Let's talk about the devil heckler. in
Drago
Dallas.
made a poor woman fan of mine cry.
This woman was not poor by any stretch of the
I
imagination.
don't know about
her
her.
fake tits must have cost $15,000.
She
at
was
least.
attractive. She was an attractive Latino woman. And
I don't think she was Latino. Bro.
I couldn't really tell in the darkness.
Dude,
I
she
think
was
her husband was, and I thought she
no,
was.
No, bro. This was like
Then
a
I
classic Texas couple.
Oh,
man.
I never saw him outside of the darkness. I assumed they were Latina.
Jeff.
Oh, I thought. Oh, if she's white,
No,
I don't care.
They
Get
were
her
white
out.
as shit.
Yeah, and what did they say? She didn't really heckle Alex that much. He kind of lost it.
She
on her.
said no to like 3 of my setups. So I'd
She
be like,
just-
don't call them soulmates. I'd be like, she'd be like, no. And then she'd be like, what? Or
Yes,
whatever.
and,
I'd be
then
like,
Alex within 10 seconds called her a bitch.
yeah.
Some would say he went. Maybe I would argue a little too quick on the bitch.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
one I would say you're not going to win a lot of crowds calling a woman a bitch.
It's true.
That's a tough one to. That's tough.
I agree.
I actually think calling her a cunt would go better because then it's more like you're joking.
I
think
immediately crossed the line.
bitch is a tough one to sell on.
I called her a
woman.
fucking bitch,
Yeah.
which is really not the way to go. I honestly,
She had devil horns on for Halloween, and Drago's like, I guess you dressed up who you really are, a fucking bitch.
and
I
to
think that's
maybe
the line
to
he had.
tepid laughter,
To
but you know,
tepid laughter.
But here's the thing. She's like a classic, like Southern, fake titted, just like plastic mom. Maybe not even a mom, but like she's like in
I
her
thought
30s.
in the lighting she looked hot. I never.
She is very hot.
Oh, okay. I never saw her
This is
outside
confirmed.
the darkness.
She's probably
but-
like 5'11", like leggy, tall, great body, and her husband is like classic, like seems like a finance bro, like has got the hat on, like
is he
the
hot? I
nice
didn't
like collared
notice.
shirt or whatever, and they're just like they were a classic kind of Southern couple, and so I finished my set. Honestly, kind of did well after. I'm actually proud
He
of
did
it.
get him back, but there was a noticeable lapse during Bitchgate.
There
was a
Bitchgate.
Bitchgate threw a large portion of the
A
audience
lot
off.
of people were confused and a little shook, and that's just how it goes sometimes at the show. But so then I
You gotta
get
swing to miss, folks. You're not swing to miss.
I get out of the show. I immediately go to the bar because I got to get a beer. Guess who's at the bar before me? Devil lady.
Devil lady.
She's at the bar. What is she doing? She's crying. She's crying, and I'm like, and then she's like, and she's upset because, and I go, oh, like what's wrong? I'm sorry that happened, and she's like, I've never been to a comedy show where you're not allowed to talk.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And I was like, what? And then also, it's funny as hell, she started vaping. So she was like vaping and crying. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I've never been to a comedy show where you're not allowed to talk. And I was
need
like,
some lemon breeze.
She's just like vaping mid-cry, just super upset. This like 38-year-old, I don't know. It was
Did
crazy.
her husband ever come out? Her boyfriend?
Husband came out. He's like, babe, what's going on? What's the problem here?
Was he mad at you?
No, and I was like, he goes, you're funny, brother. You know, and I was just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks, man. And I was just like, I'm just trying to figure it all out. And then
she's like, Matt Rife let us talk.
Yeah. So,
we could talk during a Rife set.
So apparently the manager had come up to her during the set and they're like, if you talk again, we're going to have to kick you out.
Good. That's good.
Which
they should do that.
She just left on that notice. So
she was there for a little bit of my set, and then another woman looked back at her and they started talking, and she's like, I can't talk. The manager said I can't talk.
Oh, right.
And then she left crying about 2 minutes later. Yeah, when she realized, like, I guess I can't participate in the little show anymore.
Yeah, man.
It's not for me anymore.
Yeah, odd. It was an odd.
People think
show.
that. They think that they're helping the show. It happens all the time. These guys, we hung out with these cool Catholic dads, I think, after that show. I think it might have been that show.
No, that was Friday night.
This was Friday night.
We stayed out with them till 1.
There was like this group of 8 dads who they're all dads at a Catholic school, and they loved the show.
Yeah.
They're like, those are my boys, Irish Catholic dudes. But they kept, all 3 of them separately asked me, like, all the crowd work, were there any plants? They thought it was plants.
Oh, my God.
They're like, there's no way you guys could. They didn't think we could have made that up on the spot.
No way.
They thought we had plants there. And then I had to explain to them, like, no, people say the same thing a lot, so we kind of have responses, and we're smarter than you.
Also been doing this every night for 10 years.
Yeah, it's like, do people think I have the money to hire a plant to say they met their boyfriend in a weird way?
Yeah.
I don't have $150.
I can't.
SAG fees are high, folks.
That is absolutely insane.
They literally, 3 of them.
Those guys rock.
They were awesome. They were doing it like they wanted to learn about comedy, and then I told them, they agreed. Oh yeah, that makes sense. But people comment that all the time online. Oh, it's a plant.
Yeah.
You know how much work that would be?
Yeah.
For me to hire a fucking plant and write a script and pay them?
Yeah.
It's insane. So I can get 45 likes on TikTok? Yeah, that's why. I hired a plant for a 3,000 view TikTok.
Yeah, you gotta sit there for an hour. I'll give you $500, for you guys to go, oh, she's my sister.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, the sibling. Are you guys, it's doing some bullshit.
Yeah. I've definitely posted a couple of those videos, so I take offense to that. But
that's how it goes.
Okay.
But yeah, so some people, but here's the thing,
woman cry.
but she was. Here's the thing, hot white women.
What are you gonna say? This could be.
Can we relax a little at the show? Can we relax a little?
It's hot white women or like guys in cowboy hats. Those are kind of who. There's a guy heckled me at the other show.
That's the thing about Texas, dude. Texas. So I appreciate that they wanted. Like, there's a lot of comics that would not do well in that room. Like that was they wanted real jokes.
They
like,
wanted dark, good, well-written jokes. They didn't like the bullshit. When you did like lame jokes, they were like, nah,
right?
Don't come to Texas with that shit.
Anything that was, I'm trying to think of anytime you got a little creative or a little cute with your shit, like they weren't.
Are you trying to call them dumb? Is that what's happening right now?
I'm not calling them dumb.
I thought they were fairly savvy.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's like you can't. Your jokes have to be really fundamentally strong.
Sure, they were comedy fans. I mean, people come off my shows usually are.
But you couldn't just get away with a premise and like get a laugh on, or like drag out a premise and do some like bullshit act.
There are people who have mostly been to comedy shows before. Yeah, they're good. They were good. Dallas is a good city. Smart crowds. Texas ain't bad.
The food was great. The people
Food
were
was
hot.
good. Dallas Comedy Club, great comedy club. Give
Yeah,
them
and
an
the
A+.
staff at Dallas Comedy Club was great.
Staff very nice. Great food at a club. You get nice little sliders in the green room.
Yeah.
That's great.
The
The
sliders
weekend
were good.
before, the food was inedible, folks. I will not name the club, but it was inedible. So it was nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I found out something about myself on this trip.
What?
On the flight back,
Oh,
couple
no.
things.
You freaked out?
One, I get a little when I'm hungover because I stayed out a little bit for like an hour after.
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
where did you go? You got yeah. Oh yeah. At the end of the night, end of the weekend, after 5 shows, we're saying goodbye. Alex just hops into a car, and I'm like, "Is that your Uber?" And he's like, "No, brother."
It's like not exactly.
Yeah, where did you get? You said not exact. Where'd you go?
These were just friends. They were friends. A buddy that I played in college with, Joey.
These are 2
these
women
girls-
who came out to see you. Yeah.
Yeah,
A couple of them were fairly attractive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're nice gals.
Yeah.
But
What happened?
They were like, "Hey, we'll show you around a little bit. We'll go to a couple
It
bars."
was already 1:30. Where'd you go?
I know that was the problem. So like it was probably like 1, and then I was like, "Fuck, man, I'm tired, dude." I had to wake up at 6.
Yeah, he
So-
left me, the guy who brought him there. He said, "Oh, I gotta go home, man. I was down to hang a little longer." And he's like, "I got an early flight."
No way.
He said, "I have an early flight.
No
Gotta
fucking
go,
way.
man." And then I'm
Dude.
like, "Oh, is that your Uber?" "No, brother. Bye." That is exactly what
There's
happened.
no way you wanted to hang out.
There were
longer.
other comics hanging out in the porch area that I was gonna go hang with.
Oh.
And then you said, "No, I got an early flight." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, we'll go in early, I guess." He snuck out late to have a couple drinks with some floozies who came to the show.
They were nice gals.
And I want to say they didn't talk to me for a single second after the show.
They were friends
Isn't
of
that
friends.
interesting? Did they?
And I should have
Interesting.
hit them up earlier in the weekend. They were fun, man. But I would just 2:00
Where
came
did
around.
you-
They took me to this really cool dive, and I don't even know where it was in Dallas. But
Uh-huh.
it was fun. Like there
He
was
had a
people-
couple drinks while I was at home, wishing I could be with my friend. I'm in the hotel all alone watching Sports Center. Like, wish we could have had another beer. Would have been a
just
would have
one
been
more.
a-
beer. Talking like I died.
Would
You're
have
just
been
like,
would have been nice
this
to
is-
have a little more time with my good friend in Dallas.
I'm just.
but-
I'm at a dive bar. Like.
Guess
just
I'm gonna have
talking
to
these
watch
dudes.
Scott Van Pelt go over the weekend's college football game Saturday night.
I just had him take me home at around 2, but that was the problem. So
None of them were
cool.
trying to fuck.
I don't think so.
Wow. Okay, women with taste. I like that.
I think they were. I think they just like wanted to stay out a little bit and hang out. And so then had her drop me off, and then, dude, obviously I got probably 3 hours of sleep.
Those are the worst hours of sleep ever, too, because
Yeah,
you're so anxious about missing your flight.
It is.
It always seems like a good idea. It's never good.
I'm taking a late flight any chance I can get.
Well, of
from
course.
now
Yeah.
on.
6 a.m. flights ruin your entire day. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
So I get on the plane, and I don't know what it is. I'm underslept. I'm hungover. I feel like shit. But then there's in front of me is like a 3-year-old kid.
Oh, God. Did you
A
snap on a
daughter.
child? Did you yell at a kid?
No, but I
Shut up, you fucking bitch!
quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Her dad is in the middle seat, and like as the plane's taking off, as the plane's flying, she's like asking him about she had never seen. I don't think she'd ever seen like a plane take off like that, or like but maybe had been on a plane before.
A 3-year-old?
Dude,
More inquisitive and curious about the world than Alex.
she
the
was
3-year-old.
asking about like what that is, and then the dad's like, "That's a golf course, like that's a whatever building, that's a bank, like that's a school." And buddy, I almost cried. I might have cried a
my
little bit. I was
God,
like,
okay.
"Oh my god!" Like guy's in pure dad mode right now. I'm like fucking. I'm like I don't know what it was. I was so like running on fumes.
Was there a mom on the
I
plane?
was just like, no mom.
No, he was probably bringing her back after getting custody for his one weekend a month. Yeah.
Who knows?
I just want to put a little. It's not all beautiful, I'm sure. Yeah.
But maybe they were just visiting family in Dallas.
That could be too if you're not a pessimist like me. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, "What's that? What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's
That is
that's
cute.
That, and I
That
was
is
like,
cute.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that rocks. And then I
don't think you're going to be able to have a child on working at a logistics company salary anytime soon. So
No,
I think
sir.
that would be for the detriment of the child and you.
we need a few more patrons, guys.
a few more tiny covered spots, and he'll be having a baby with some
You
blonde
want
from
me
the
to toss
Upper
a
East
cum in
Side.
someone? Subscribe to the Tron. Subscribe to Patreon.
You know, a few women begging for a cum in Dallas.
Sure. Who cares, guys? Who
Thursday
cares?
night, a couple women invited him to a house party. He says no.
Because
why would we not go to a house party? That's fun.
Because early on in the weekend, I'm always like, it's business, dude. Just relax.
You didn't even get their number just in case. A house party with strangers, that's fun.
That girl, the one girl was so hot.
One of the two women was very hot.
You gotta, so I was like, but I was like, no, dude, I gotta write tomorrow. I gotta fucking do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get like a new,
Did you write?
Of course.
Yeah.
And
didn't show on stage, but I guess he did write.
They did. I mean, no, because the new one's
Did you write that line? You're dressed like a devil, you fucking bitch. Was that one of the?
I was like, in case someone's dressed like the devil.
In case a woman politely makes a noise, I'm gonna destroy her and make her cry.
So then on the plane,
you actually owe me 20 because I bet she would have bought a T-shirt.
No way.
I think you owe me $20.
There wasn't a shirt to fit the size of her tits on your.
I didn't notice them being that large, but I like that.
Anyways, so I'm on the plane. I'm this guy now.
Oh,
window seat.
Of course.
If you're sleeping next to me, and I gotta pee, I'm waking you up. I'm sorry.
Oh, you never did that before?
I
don't. I never wake people unless I have to shit. I had one diarrhea time.
Dude, there's something about my bladder now. 30s. If I gotta pee, I mean, I gotta fucking pee,
brother.
Dude.
As someone who's wet the bed probably 800 times, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world of having a weak bladder. Oh, is that tough?
Dude,
is that tough?
I had to wake up a lady, and then I found out after I woke her up, so I get back down to my seat, and I'm like, she's like, so what are you doing in New York or whatever? I'm like, oh, I live there. What about you? She's like, oh, I'm going to see a doctor. I'm seeing a specialist. I was like, oh my God.
Why do you ask that? Why would she ask that question? She knows what her answer is.
It's just like brutal. So she's got some real shit that going on. And on top of that, I had to wake her up. The one time
you're allowed to go to the bathroom.
The one time she probably relaxed and like she hasn't had this like whatever medical emergency on her mind. I was like, hey, I gotta pee.
Yeah,
lady.
You know what would have ruined her day more if a puddle of piss develops at the bottom of your seat
and then
trickle. You wouldn't? Oh, I would. There's a 10-minute window where I have to go to the bathroom, and then it comes out. It's over. Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
You've never pissed yourself?
I don't think so. No. One time I thought I pissed myself. It was a wet dream.
Wow. One time
sixth grade.
Wow. Well, mine was about 5 years ago in Madison, Wisconsin. I was stuck in traffic, hot day. Had to piss. All I had was a naked juice bottle, one of those little naked juice. I take out my dick, stuck in traffic. I start peeing in it. It was more pee than a naked juice bottle, folks. And you can't stop peeing when you start. And I just kept peeing, and it just overflowed all over my lap.
That's like a Dumb and Dumber. He's like, I can't stop. It stings. It stings.
You literally can't stop. It's impossible. Yeah.
Oh.
So I just watched it fill up and then overflow on it. It is.
It's not impossible.
Try to piss and stop. There's no way you could do it.
I've been startled before when I stopped pissing.
Okay, startling. That's maybe a little different. That's like an adrenaline response, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
But normally, go to the bathroom between episodes, piss, and then stop halfway through. I'd love to see it because it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that think waking up people to pee is a faux pas, is a no.
I think you have a right to do a bodily function. If you do it once, you don't get more than one. You get one.
All right.
You get one.
3
hour under a 2-hour flight. No, you can't.
All right, so we agree on something.
We agree. You get one per flight. You can't
ask.
You can't ask for more. You can't ask for more than one.
Perfectly.
You get one every 5 hours. If it's a 10-hour flight, I'll give you 2.
Okay.
But, yeah. Have you ever been on? You've never been out of the country, have you?
Nope. I mean, I've been to Puerto Rico.
You know that.
I've been to Cancun.
You've been to Cancun. That is out of the country. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty American.
Yeah, it's a colony for sure. Yeah. God, you gotta travel, Drago.
What do I gotta do?
Are you serious? There's nowhere you want to travel?
I really, honestly, if you gave me like 20 grand right now and I had to go somewhere.
Yeah, where would you go?
I'd probably go to like a place with like a really nice golf resort and golf. Like probably like Carolina. No, maybe like
You
Florida.
would go to Florida?
No.
You had $20K to explore the entire world. You'd go to Florida?
I would stay American.
Oh my God.
I would stay American.
You're such an idiot.
Or do you know what I might do, bro?
You just golf?
Honestly?
That's what you do when you're older and you're dying.
If I had 20K, I would find one of those. What's it called? Have we talked about glamping? Like a nice like lake house.
Okay, yeah, I know. Glamping. Yeah.
I'd find like a nice lake house near a golf course, and I'd get the whole crew. I'd get our group. I'd get our group chat. It's on me, boys.
Okay,
It's on me.
Not terrible, not great, but that's okay. Yeah.
What? You don't?
Okay. Yeah.
You're not thankful even in this hypothetical of me bringing you to a cool lake house?
I'd pay my share. I wouldn't want you to pay.
No. First off, no
I would
fucking
not want
way.
to be in your debt. I would not want to be in your debt. I never would want to be
There
in
is
your debt.
no chance if I was like, hey, it's on me.
If there's ever a chance where I feature for you one day, I won't ask for a meal.
Yeah,
I will
right.
not ask for a meal.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't owe you. I'd still be up 500 meals.
Oh my God, Las Vegas! You're gonna get a casino buffet on me, kid.
By the way, can't wait for that. That's
I
gonna
am
be
not
sick.
excited about that. Vegas
I'm
sucks.
I'm having fucking.
I am gonna bet a lot of money.
I'm having pan noodles at like 2:00 in the afternoon.
What's pan noodles?
Whatever those noodles are.
Why
Thai
that? Why Thai? Why are you getting Thai noodles of all things?
What are the noodles that they got? That
like
they have?
lo mein?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, but why that? Of all the foods in the world,
It's always fun to
is that
eat.
a Vegas thing?
It's fun to eat wild shit at a buffet.
Lo mein is wild
Well,
to
you go like,
whoa, dude, right? Went wild on some lo mein.
well, you go like a little lo mein, then like fried chicken. You kind of mix it up, then like a
the
garlic
two
bread.
of the main buffet foods. Yeah, your palate is so boring. I'm fucking nuts. I like lo mein and fried chicken.
I'm just saying you go a little crazy.
Yeah, I know. A little crazy is different for all of us.
What do you get at a buffet?
Well, buffets usually don't really have crazy options, I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't. Buffets are boring usually. They're fairly dull.
They're
food.
fun, dude.
It's like 50 mediocre versions of every food. Yeah.
Do the cinnamon rolls at a buffet?
There's always like 2 really good things, and the rest is pretty much trash.
Yeah.
They always have like, a prime rib cut or whatever. That's usually pretty good or whatever.
Man, maybe we should gamble when we're down there.
Oh, I'll be gambling. Yeah, of course. I will be playing blackjack. Absolutely. If they have a $5 table, I want the low minimum.
Do you think you're at the level of Tiz where you can count cards?
No, it's very difficult. But
damn, dude, you're not a black belt.
no, I'm not. But
Brutal.
if you know the odds, if you just know, you just have to memorize like 18 situations, and if you do the right thing, it's 50-50. You should be.
What's
even.
right below black belt? Are you a brown belt autistic?
Yeah, sure. I'm brown belt.
Maybe green belt?
I have I know all the capitals of the world, but if you know the flags of every country, I think you're a nerd bitch.
Damn, so you're not.
That's where I could draw the line. I think that goes too far. I think those are autistic freaks. Capitals, that makes sense. The flags.
Wait, why are the
you
flags
pick-
harder than capitals?
Well, I know about probably a third of the flags, but
Do you think
a lot of them look the same. There's a bunch that are all the same.
you don't think if you studied properly for a couple weeks, you
I could absolutely do it, but I find it boring. It's lame.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I know what's one flag. I only know only one flag isn't a rectangle. Only one flag. Bhutan, they have a flag. It's like 2 triangles on top of each
What
other.
about isn't Japan's flag a circle?
Oh no. Oh my God. It's a circle in a rectangle. Yeah.
Oh right. Yikes.
Oh my God.
Was that racist?
No, it was just really dumb. Yeah. You know, it's because of the House of the Rising Sun.
As long as I'm safe,
Sun
folks.
is.
As long as I'm safe.
Okay, yeah. We got questions from the patrons.
Let's
Drago.
do it. Yeah, this one's good. So this one's from Eli Brown.
Before we do that, we should probably do an ad read from our sponsor, Beatbox Beverages, one of my favorite companies on the market.
The You're an Idiot podcast is brought to you by Beatbox Beverage, the 11.1% ABV party punch with 9 nostalgic flavors, non-carbonated, so zero bloating, low sugar, low calories, and 100% resealable. Drink and save for later. It's eco-friendly, and they're launching new flavors, green apple and hard tea. They're also a Shark Tank brand with Mark Cuban, so you know it's legit. Be sure to go to beatboxbeverages.com to find a store near you. Beatbox Beverage on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you.
I love Beatbox.
All right, we got a question from Eli Brown.
Wow, it was so great to hear from our sponsor, Beatbox Beverages, though, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Eli says, what moment do you lie awake at night cringing about? Eli, unbelievable question because I got a few of these bad boys.
Yeah, I have never had a regret, but I guess if I did,
some that really sting you, dude. I have
a couple.
I got 4 or 5 reoccurrings.
I have a couple drunk nights where I was very annoying to women in ways that are cringy. Yeah,
that make you go.
Where I'm like, why? I was not like, like where they're like, I'm just gonna go home, and I'm like, oh, why don't you come with me? Or like, you know what I mean? Like that loser bro shit. It's like lame, bad, evil. Yeah.
Okay.
You've never had that. You've never got really drunk. Well, you were tall, and you just got whatever you fucking
I didn't say,
wanted.
why don't you come with me?
I don't think that's exactly what I said, but that was like, and I was like, oh, really? You're going to go home right now?
Ooh, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, I know. It's cringy. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I don't know if it's cringy. I think it's
creepy. It's all of it. We've all made mistakes, folks. It's okay.
With those underslept eyes, dude, holy
You going home so soon?
Oh, man. You want to come home with me?
Don't want to read a little Wikipedia before bed?
You want to hear about Napoleon?
My dorm bed's open for you.
Oh.
My roommate sleeps pretty soundly. He
Come
makes
on.
chain link armor.
Come
My
on.
roommate in freshman year did. He made chain mail armor in the room. Yeah. You thought I was a loser? My freshman year roommate was the biggest loser I've ever met in my life.
Watch out for the shield when you walk in.
He had a pile of 55 pizza boxes in the corner of the room. He thought it was cool to see how many pizza boxes he could keep in a pile.
Ooh, and then that kind of smelled
And
a
they
little
started
bit.
to smell. We never really talked after the first week of school. Yeah.
Ooh.
We didn't speak pretty much the entire year. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Jack, I would love to know what you're up to because I just can't imagine it's going great.
I got a couple cringe moments. This one was probably 4 or 5 years ago. Dude, I don't know why this sticks in my brain so much. I think about it all the time. I think the guy might hate me. I had a high school, a girl from my high school, her parents, I was tight with.
Sure.
And there's also another girl from high school's parents I was tight with. A lot of us, we knew each other, neighborhood kids, whatever, high school friends. Let's go call them like Smith and Johnson. I see Smith's dad at a Bulls game probably 5 years ago.
Okay.
Called him Mr. Johnson. So I gave the dad the wrong
Did he know
last
this
name.
other family existed?
Yes.
Okay. It's
He
not
knows
bad.
them too. And
Wow. My stories are like I was creepy, borderline sexual assault, and
I know
Drake
the
was like,
guys-
I called a guy a wrong name.
I gave him the wrong
Really
last
opening up.
No,
really opening
dude, this
up.
one like really stuck
Mine,
with
I was
me.
creepy, ruining women's lives, and
Well,
Drago was like, I called a guy Mr. Johnson.
It really, I mean, it was painful, dude.
Okay.
You never had that?
I call people the wrong name all the time. I don't really pay much attention to people's
Well, I
names.
thought he might hate me for the rest of his life.
Did he
but
know? Did he say something?
No.
Oh.
No, he corrected me.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
not
"Oh,
that
Mr.
crazy.
Johnson." He's like, "Oh, Mr. Smith," and I was like, "Oh my God, yeah."
To forget someone's name.
And then I
when
asked, how his correct, like the right daughters were. I was like, "How's this girl?"
This is
girl?
the answer you prepared for this question?
I've got another one.
Okay, I hope that was a pretty weak offering to the people right there.
I think that would
you
really.
called someone the wrong name. I do that 5 times a month. What are you talking
I
about?
think that would really bug some people.
Losers, yeah. It would bug
Okay,
a
I got
loser,
another one. Notre
People
Dame
called me Gregory my entire life. I don't care.
Notre Dame sophomore year. I'm in a brutal slump. Starting at this point, I'm like I missed a bunch of shots against Cincinnati. Missed a bunch of shots against Louisville.
Now here we're
Missed
talking.
a bunch of shots against St. John's. We get UConn at home.
Ooh.
UConn at home. Noon game. ESPN game.
Kemba Walker error.
No,
Era,
Shabazz
no?
Napier,
Oh,
Andre
damn.
Drummond, Jeremy Lamb.
Okay.
It's an electric morning. I'm like, I gotta get out of this slump. I gotta fucking make a play.
Oh boy.
One of the first plays of the game, I fucking lose my man. Quick back door.
Oh.
Bounce pass to me. Wide open bunny layup. Bricked it.
So you
I just
think
I
that this
botched
is
it.
on the same level as getting a guy's name wrong?
I don't know.
Both of these. This sounds traumatic. Yeah.
This one was
this
like
was on ESPN
because I needed to get off to a hot start, and I remember
who was announcing it. Dickie V.
Doris Burke, and I remember
Doris Burke.
And this is like where like the story comes back from. Like I missed that layup, and I remember my mom or somebody heard that like Doris Burke said like he needed to make that. He's in a slump right now.
Oh, and that's why your mom hates Doris Burke?
Yeah, now whenever Doris Burke's on TV, my mom says, and here's this bitch. Yeah.
She'll never forget it. Wow.
Yeah, so I was in a slump.
That's a good mom.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, man, I needed to make that. And what was crazy about it is like, for some reason, like I made a couple plays, I made a couple shots after that, but that layup, I was like, I just needed to get back on track. Couldn't get back on track, didn't start the next game.
Wow.
Here,
Was that kind of the beginning of the end of your career?
Probably.
That one back door.
I think it all hinged, but it didn't really because I don't, yeah.
You were all about offense, never quite tried on defense.
Definitely. If you ask, I remember we had this guy, my teammate Scott Martin was a captain of ours, and we were just in the. We were in the showers, and he was like after we were playing some game, and he was just after some game he was like, we just got to rebound and defend a little harder at the end of games. And I was like, I think I've been picking up my defense. I was like, I think I'm pretty on top of my defense and shit. And he goes, I don't think you are.
Oh,
like straight up. And he was like,
wow, Jack
like,
Martin, what's he doing with life? Scott Martin.
And I was like, yeah, all right, you're right.
Wow,
yeah.
I like to hear that.
But yeah, dude, that layup, man, it's in my mind forever. I think everyone that played has some layup.
Yeah,
or
of
some,
course you should. Yeah, everyone has.
Because sometimes I see guys in the NBA. I'm like, I see them like botch a layup, and I'm like, I wonder if that sticks in them. But it's 82 games. You're playing a lot. When you're like
when Russell Westbrook walked with the ball to half court and got called for traveling.
But he plays. Yeah, he plays. But he has so many.
He doesn't care. I guess he's already a star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter.
It would. I guess what would suck if that was like my one. If I never played and that was like my one layup, that would suck.
Yeah.
I made other layups or whatever, but like just that, like it was. I needed to make that.
And it did.
And also, I remember
that's why you're doing comedy. Probably
sure.
that layup. So
that
that's a
layup,
good thing, actually.
That layup is the reason why we have one of the most successful podcasts in the world, guys.
Layup is the reason why beatbox beverages. We're not allowed to be funny anymore when we talk about it. We have to.
It's a great brand, folks.
Okay, you're gonna have to timestamp that, Fonz. I have a very embarrassing. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
What's up?
I remember this. One time I went into Burger King. And they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't usually go in McDonald's. I called it the wrong name. How embarrassing.
What a fuck.
What a cringe moment.
Dude,
that was so cringe. I thought Burger King was McDonald's.
I just don't think you respect dads like I do.
I don't remember.
I respect dads, bro.
Almost never say someone's name because then you're just going to make a mistake. Why would I say your name? I just say, hey. I don't know a lot of people's names I've talked to 50 times.
I respect dads a lot.
Why?
I love dads.
I mean, I like some dads for sure. Yeah, I don't have any deep. I don't have a relationship with a single dad of someone from high school still.
Oh, I have one. I remember I was really I was really obnoxious at.
Oh, this is gonna be tough to narrow down.
Some party in college.
I mean, I was naked at most parties in college. Those are cringe moments.
Naked?
I was getting pantsed at a lot of parties.
Oh, really?
A lot of parties. My penis came out a few times. I was wearing loose-fitting pajama pants, and people would just pants me. Oftentimes, the boxers came down as well. Dude, I was very cringe.
One of the most embarrassing things I said. I remember when I was a freshman in high school. And I was hanging out with these sophomores because I always like played up with basketball. So a lot of my.
But you called them juniors accidentally?
No.
And they were sophomores?
God damn it. So
God, that would be so cringe.
My buddy, this is like one of my first times hanging out with them. And like my buddy Ian, he was on the junior varsity basketball team with me. And I'm like hanging out with like all these like other like to me, freshman and sophomore year, like the sophomore guys are fucking cool.
Yeah,
you know. So I'm like a freshman, like I'm trying to fit in, like but I'm hanging out with them because like they know me now from the basketball team. And I remember they were like planning this like party to to have like other like these like sophomore and junior girls were gonna come over. Like it's a big. I was like, oh fuck, dude, I'm hanging out with like the coolest motherfuckers. Like,
yeah, but there was a point in our lives where we were like junior girls.
I know.
Oh god.
I was like, holy shit.
And
this
now
is
they're
awesome.
illegal to look at. Makes you think, folks.
And I remember like
Makes you think.
I said some dumbass shit where they were like they were trying to go get beer, but a few guys had already been or more beer. A couple guys had already been drinking, and I just remember being like, I was like, oh, I can't drive, and they're like. And they like knew I couldn't drive, but I followed it up with being like I don't even have my permit, and they were like,
oh,
and they were
no.
like, yeah, man, we know you can't drive.
Oh,
dude. It was just,
embarrassing! I don't even have my permit yet.
I was so lame about it too, you know.
My dad let me drive to Chipotle once, though.
I was like, I don't have my permit, and they were like, yeah, dude, like you're fine.
God, and that you were a huge loser.
Yeah,
you hadn't had your
lame.
growth spurt yet. You were not.
I was 5'11" at that point.
God, you saw the world the way I see it.
Yeah,
1 inch less, of course, but yeah, you saw the world the way I saw it.
I'm trying to think of more. God, cringe.
Oh,
man.
I remember a cringe moment, and this is a good one. 9th grade. I had a crush on this girl named Alex Bridges. I had for 5 years.
Yeah.
Everyone knew it. Jeff was in love with Alex Bridges. She was like the hot soccer player. I was the nerdy guy.
Yeah.
But she actually thought I was really funny, so I thought there would always be a chance. And then we go to a new school for high school. She's in my class, physical science. She asked me to go watch the soccer game with her after school, and I responded, "Why?"
Oh.
Haunted me for years.
Oh.
She turned out to be a huge idiot, but she at that time I thought she was the most beautiful woman to ever live.
Why?
And she was like, and then just walked away. And we never really spoke again.
Ooh.
She basically asked me out, and I said, "Why?" I had some of the ugliest braces, some of the worst acting you've ever seen. And like one of the hotter girls in school was like, "Want to hang out?" And I went, "Why?"
Oh my god.
And then we didn't hang out. And then last thing I saw from her, 2008, her Facebook status when the day Obama got elected, she wrote, "Just voted, taking shots."
Oh my god.
That was the last time I heard of Alex Bridges. I don't think she's doing well, but
damn,
she
Alex
was a
Bridges.
fire cat. You would have loved her. She was right up your alley. She's probably still looks like a girl you would go on a date with. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
what
it
up,
could be
Al?
big. Yeah, it could be big.
Damn.
I always remember that. That was the teacher. He was rumored to have fans that would blow up women's skirts.
What?
Because they would have a fan at the door to blow the skirt up so he could see the...
Oh, just like right at the door?
Yeah. That was a
Ooh.
rumor that he did it for that. Yeah, I won't
That's a
say
little
his
much.
name, but yeah, that was kind of the rumor. And that he had a computer with child porn.
One
That
of
was a
my
weird rumor.
boys hooked up with this teacher for 2 years in high school.
Yeah, I think we talked about this on the pod a long
okay.
time ago, but yeah, that is crazy. That is wild.
If I think of more cringe moments, I will actually do. We got to wrap up.
I think
actually.
I kind of did all the things that I've ever cringed at in life. Alex, I'm sure that's the only time you've ever named someone wrong.
Man, I remember I had
You misgender people all the time. You don't think that's cringe?
Never. I don't regret it.
Oh,
no, dude. I'm joking. No, but dude. Oh, I remember this one guy. I remember one of the first open mic sets I did.
Oh, I was there for a few of those.
A guy from
Those
high
were
school that I was kind of like an ancillary friend that I would never.
Ancillary.
He was like, a few guys removed. He was at a bar for like a work happy hour, and I just remember being like so embarrassed that he was there, and I was going to do this like shitty open mic with like crackhead Chicago open micers, and man. So then him and his like.
Oh, they came to an open mic?
No. They were just at the bar.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. And he's like, this is what you're doing now, man?
Yeah, him and his bros were like, oh, what's going on? There's an open mic. Like, they're all in these, like, suits or
But
whatever.
they think open mics are cool, and then they see it.
No, of course not. They don't
Well,
think it's,
for about 5 minutes, they think it's cool.
Right,
And then
and
they see
then-
two of our homeless adjacent comic friends go on stage and say the N-word, and they're like, oh, I guess this isn't really so artistic after all.
And I'm waiting to go up like 9th or something like that. And he just kind of like,
that's
he's in the
sad.
back. There's like, there's probably only 20 people, and he watches me bomb, and I'm just like, oh.
And he still tells his friends about that. Yeah, Alex. Saw him at an open mic at Barcelona in Chicago. Yeah. Oh, no.
Some at that mic at
he did a joke about the
Irish
Serbian
Eyes.
genocide. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God. And you were early and new to comedy, and everyone sucks.
I mean,
when they're
had
new
no,
to
I mean,
comedy.
had no clue.
Oh, God.
Dude, those are so embarrassing.
Yeah,
dude.
I have the first set of me ever is somewhere online. It's private now, but the first word I ever said on stage was cunt.
Oh wow.
I got on stage. It was such a bad joke. The host was a female, and I thought it would be funny to go on stage and say, cunt. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to talk about the host or something like that. And that did not go well, folks.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
I had that at
And it's not.
Patsy's open mic. A guy came up to me and he goes, "Hey, I know you played at Notre Dame." And then as that guy was saying it, like Noah, the open mic host, was like, "And our next comic is Alex Dragovich," and I was just like,
Oh, no.
man.
Oh, so I got a few rats living in my apartment. He's like, oh,
Man, it's like,
Alex.
so I'm tall.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Too tall.
it's a better life than what basketball would have given you. It's a
Hey
better
guys,
life.
we tried.
Yeah.
We tried.
You would have never gotten sponsored by Beatbox Beverages if you stayed in the NBA.
This is true.
They would never. They would never.
We should wrap this up and go to the second.
Yeah, and maybe we're gonna have a very frank and honest discussion in the Patreon, folks. I can't tell you what it's gonna be about, but I think you're gonna want to hear it. It's gonna be very illuminating.
It's gonna get
I think
pretty real.
I think you're gonna wanna hear it, folks. I can't legally say what it will be, but you're gonna want to subscribe to the Patreon.
This one's gonna be intense.
I think it's gonna be an intense one. And remember, send in questions, Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember they have to send in. Why do they send in
Oh,
questions?
to subscribe to the Patreon, that's how you get to ask questions.
You get questions. You get
we'll start
bonus
answering
episodes.
some more questions.
We're going to
on the
answer more
regular
questions in the
episodes.
Patreon. We're going to have a very frank discussion. And, Drago, we got things to plug.
Yes, next week, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Wise Guys Comedy Club, 4 shows, I think. And then we're at Brea Improv, Bakersfield, and Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco. And then I'm in Indianapolis. And I think and DC, I think, later in the month. So buy tickets for that. You anywhere else? You going back to Chicago for Thanksgiving?
No, I'm staying here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm doing, I think I'm doing a couple spots actually that week.
okay, well, look at his website that he hasn't made yet, though. I tell him to do it every weekend, folks.
One day.
Episode 99, almost at 100, where we say the big word, folks. We say the big. It's kind of weird. I am in Arkansas this weekend. The weekend of our 100th episode, I'm literally doing shows in Arkansas.
Amazing, yeah.
That's kind of a weird way God works, and when God gives you a lemon, sometimes you gotta squeeze the N-word out of it, folks. Kidding! We're having fun, which is illegal according to some companies. Okay, good night and good luck.